Hello everyone, my name's Tony. Welcome to Tony Gives It a Go. Now, yeah, that's what it is. Hello, welcome, how are you? So, let's start from the very beginning. The rubbish beginning, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Which I may as well be from the very start. I have been left my parents' house. I recently have lost my parents. And they're very kindly, being the loveliest people in the entire world, left me their home. And it's an incredible house. It's a beautiful house that I just wouldn't have been able to afford. But it's an incredible house, and I'm a very, very, very lucky person to have such generous and kind parents who have done this. However, right now, it's their house. It's their home, and I need to turn this into my home for me and my family, my wife and my 2 kids. And I want it to be a new home, a new house. So we're going to give it a go. Now, I'm not a joiner. I'm not a joiner, I'm not a tradesman, I'm not a tiler, I'm not a painter and decorator, but I like to give things a go. I like to give it a try, and I'm not afraid to get it wrong. Well, actually, I am afraid to get it wrong, but we're going to try to not get it wrong. And over the course of this journey, give it a go and see what happens. I'm hoping you'll join me for the ride. So let's have a look and see what we've got to do. First off, we've got the kitchen. It's a good-sized kitchen. But it is like a 1980s kitchen. It needs a lot of work done to it. It needs to completely come out, which is what's going to happen. It's going to be the first thing that happens. I'm not kidding. This has been there since the 1980s, and it needs to change. The cupboards are not in a good state. They're a bit beveled, bit of a mess. So this is all coming out. It's all coming out. That I can do. I'm not afraid to take things to bits. This area I'm in here right now as well is a nice sized dining space, so that's going to remain that as well. It's going to be a nice sort of dining room and kitchen. So all that's coming out. And then I'm going to try to put a new kitchen in. I have friends who will help. They might not know they're going to help, but they're going to help. Next up, the living room. Good sized living room. Very good sized living room. You know, this is an old building. It's a 1960s building. And here in Scotland, the sort of building, if I understand right, the building rules have kind of changed since these buildings were built. Rooms do not have to be as big as this anymore. In fact, they generally try to not do that, to try to maximise the space that they can. So you don't often get living rooms this size. So we're very lucky. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful home once I'm finished with it. It is a beautiful home now, but it's just not our home right now. You know what I mean? It's got to become our home. So this is all coming out. Flooring is going to change. Decoration, everything's coming out and going to change. Room 2. Not as bad, this one, really. You know, it's mostly a case of re-wallpapering, maybe do bits and bobs here and there, flooring through all the downstairs, actually. Yeah. The hallway. It's a hallway. Main entrance is here. It's just a little vestibule, really. Can I show you it there? See, it's just a little vestibule there. Going to try to give it, the whole place is wooden laminated right now. So that's going to all come up. In there, I'm going to try to tile. That'll be fun. I'm going to try to tile the floor. This is very basic. It's just a case of re-wallpapering, really. Change the floor and re-wallpaper. Stairwell here Stairwell's always got to change as well. You can see it's a stairwell of its time when it was built. It's not changed. It's not changed since the day the keys were handed over to whoever owned it first. I think it was a doctor, not sure. So that's all going to change. Walls are going to change. Not just decorated. I'm going to try to do some stuff to it as well. Carpeted stairs. I'm not sure what we're going to do there. Don't know if we're going to keep the carpeted stairs or change it. I don't know. Upstairs, 3 bedrooms, which is great. So we've got 2 kids and me and my wife. 1 bedroom is very just. It's a plain bedroom. There's not really a massive amount to see. This room's already been emptied out a little while ago, actually, but a good sized room. You know, a good sized room for a kid. That's going to be great. Yeah, so 2 bedrooms, good size for the kids. This is something that nowadays they don't have to do. This is just talking you through stuff. Inbuilt wardrobes, and this is something on newer builds now they don't have to do. It was a building code that when you built a house, they used to have inbuilt wardrobes. Every room had to have an inbuilt wardrobe. They don't have to do that now. So, with say this size room nowadays, if you had this size room, this is considered the small room in here. This would probably be considered a medium-sized room in a house that was built nowadays, and you wouldn't get the inbuilt wardrobe, so you'd have to put a wardrobe in. It would take away a lot of the room again already. So you can see why it's a real opportunity for us. It's a house that's it's bursting with opportunity. And the main bedroom here, which is an absolute state right now. It's got stuff everywhere. I'm not going to show you everything. But this is going to become me and my wife's room. We'll work on that over time as well. And in there, I'm going to try to build a little radio studio as well, kind of, because I'm a host on Edge 2, which is an Edinburgh-based radio station. I'm going to try to build myself a little studio in there so I can broadcast from there as well. Hopefully, if it all goes well. Never done that before either. So yeah, so this is the journey we've got ahead of us. It's going to be a long route. It's going to be a long road. I hope you'll join me. I hope you'll give me as much advice as you possibly can. I will take advice. Like I said, I'm not a joiner. I'm not a tradesman. But I'm going to give it a go. And what's the worst that can happen? It's going to be fun. Hopefully.